Heidi meets grandfather. Heidi was 5 years old, with a rosy cheeks and short black curly hair. She lived with her aunt, Deet, after her parents had died. Deet got a job in Frankfurt, and so she took Heidi to her grandfather. The old man lived in a hut. Deet introduced Heidi to her grandfather. The little girl ran up to him and held out her hand. "Hello, grandfather," she said. "I'm very happy to meet you." He shook her hand but turned to Deet. With a frown, he said, "Who told you to bring her? I do not need a child in my life. She has lived with you for so many years. She will not be comfortable with me." But Deet had no choice. She had to leave Heidi with her grandfather. Heidi was a little afraid of her grandfather, but she decided to be friendly. "Is this where you live, grandfather?" she asked timidly. "Come with me," he said uneasily. "I'll show you around." It was just one room with only a bed, a cupboard, and wooden table. Harry ran up to the hayloft. "It's so wonderful here, nice and warm, and the hay is so soft. There's even a small round window from where I can see the mountains," said Heidi. "You can have that for your bedroom, if you like," said grandfather. "Can I really?" Heidi said happily. "Oh, thank you, grandfather. First must make a bed." She began to make a bed with some fresh, sweet-smelling hay. She was very pleased with it. "I believe this the best bed in the whole of Switzerland," she said. Grandfather smiled at Heidi's excitement and said, "Are you hungry, my child? It's time to eat." Grandfather began preparing the food. He cut 2 slices of bread and 2 lumps of cheese and toasted cheese over the fire. He was pleased to see Heidi making herself useful. She took the dishes and cutlery from the cupboard and began to set the table. The two of them sat down to a supper of bread, cheese, and goat's milk. "That was truly delicious," said Heidi. She helped grandfather to clear the table and do the dishes. It was beginning to get dark. They sat outside and watched the sunset. Heidi saw a boy coming down the mountains with his goats. His name was Peter. Peter the goatherd looked after grandfather's goats, Little Swan and Little Bear. One was pure white and the other brown. "Where does Peter take the goats?" asked Heidi. "He takes them to mountains so that they can eat fresh grass," replied grandfather. "Can I go with him tomorrow?" asked Heidi. "The mountains look beautiful. I love the fresh air. I want to spend the day with Little Swan and Little Bear." "It's getting late," said grandfather. "Good night, Heidi, and sleep well." Heidi fell asleep. dreaming of the mountains covered with fresh grass and beautiful flowers. She loved nature. She loved being outdoors. She knew she would love the birds and the trees, the fields and the mountains. She knew she would be happy here with grandfather. Thanks for watching.